Guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a bit of a strange one really. A few weeks ago I released a review of this Hamilton car key expedition model, and to be fair, it's a lovely watch, no shadow of a doubt. This one comes in at round about, I believe it's £1,035 in the UK. Now this is a field watch. Now I thought to myself, shall we compare it with some other watches of a similar price, but we'll try a pilot's watch and a dive watch. So you may be thinking, well, prices, what are we talking here? This one is available, I say, at £1,035. The Sinn 556 on a leather strap is available for about £60 more. So that's what you get here. And over here, we have the Laco Atlantic. Now this is part of their sports range, and this is available. It starts at £850, and if you choose a top grade movement to go in the back of there and a bracelet, then it works out around about £1,000. So realistically, these watches are all very similar prices, but very different. So first things first, sizes. We're talking a 41mm size on this, but it is available in 37 by around about 11.8mm thick, 44 lug to lugs. Lug to lug, longest part of the watch, strap 20. The Sinn 556 here is 38.5mm, about 11mm thick and about 46mm lug to lug. And the Laco here is 40mm by 13mm, and the lug to lug, I remember, 47mm, and still a 20mm band on this one. So you've kind of got a couple of choices. Which would you go for? So, you know, it depends on what style watch you want, I guess. The advantages, or let's talk about specs of the Hamilton. The Hamilton has 100 meters of water resistance. It also has a compass bezel. I'm not quite sure how useful a compass bezel actually is though, but it does have one. The loom is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. The movement in the back there is, it's actually part of the Powermatic 80 range. It's got 80 hours of power reserve. So it's not a bad movement at all. Whereas the Sinn here, basically the pros of this one is AR coating on both sides of a crystal, though some people think that could be a negative, but you can always remove it if you don't wish to have it. It's also a 200 meter water resistance to it versus a 100 meters. That one, it also has low pressure. The loom on this is pretty good as well. It does also have a date window right down there, real minuscule one. And in the back there is a top grade SW200 movement, or on the old ones an ETA 2824. So, and on this one here, this is the SW200 movement in back of this, but I say you can upgrade it to the top grade for an extra €130 more. Now, this trumps them both when it comes to water resistance. You have 300 meters on this one. The loom on this is exceptional. It is really, really good. In that the bezel also lights up on this one. It is a ceramic bezel, and bezel action, absolutely spot on. Really, really nice. Now, I proclaimed this my favourite watch under £1,000, and at the moment, I've got to say I'm sticking to that, but I do have a watch coming in soon which might be a contender against it, so we will see. But overall, this one is superb. Unfortunately, there isn't a display case back, but it does have a cool picture of a scorpion on the back there. So, you know, we've got some kind of, you know, interesting things there. It does also have a date. All these three watches have screw down crowns, as you would expect. Just move out so you can see the date, he says, as I move that out. So as you can see, date at the 3 o'clock position. Now, I should say this is available on a bracelet also, for an extra, I think it's £40, I think. So it's not much. But to be fair, the bracelet isn't that amazing. This, obviously, you can get with the bracelets. There's a couple of variations with this, H-link or a fine link. But you are then pushing the price up even more. So I'm not even going to, you know, think about them, because it just starts going out the price of this. So it depends on what style watch you like, really. But I do have one other watch we could say, because it is a similar price, but it's completely left field. And that is the Dwist R2 floating hours. Now, this watch is a little bit more mad. It carries a variation of the SW200, but with extra jewels in there, because you've got this sapphire disc holding a floating hour. And you also have a date window, which actually goes around the movement. And this watch is 100 meters water resistant, and it's a bit more dressy but left field. It's got an incredibly gorgeous bracelet, and overall it is a very, very smart watch. When it comes to timekeeping of all these watches, the Hamilton I think came in at 4.5 plus 5 seconds. This came in at, what was it, plus 3 seconds. The Sinn came in at minus 0.5 of a second. That's the difference between having a top grade movement and standard. And this one came in at minus 4 seconds. Beat rate, the Sinn and the Dwist were top notch. They were like, I think they were like 0.2 or 0.1 on the beat rate. So they were incredibly accurate. So I'll put them on my wrist so you got an idea how they all look. A quick wrist check. I'm wearing the absolutely gorgeous Piquinet Royal Manual. And Mr. Bob, what do you have on there, sir? He's got an absolute stunning Breitling chronomat there from one of my subscribers, Niall. So anyway, Hamilton first. My wrist size is 7.25. I must say the Hamilton bracelet is quite nice. It does have a machine clasp and it is very, very feels very nice. It's not screwed. It is pin and collar, but it does look good. And that's it on my 7.25 inch wrist. Overall, I think it's a smart looking watch. The Sinn, now to be fair, I'm wearing this on a John Keeley strap to keep the cost down. These straps cost around about £35 and he does some absolutely amazing ones. There's one he made for the Laco not so long ago. And that there, as you all know, I'm a big fan of Sinn. I think the watch is stunning, but not for everyone. Fair enough. So next we come the Laco. Now this, I have said, yeah, I think it is an absolutely stunning watch. I'm a big fan of this watch. But there you go. That's it on my wrist. I love the accent of colour on there, and overall, I just think it's, you know, really, for its price, in its base form, which that is, as you see, £850. I think that's still absolute amazing bargain to get a top brand watch with a proper Swiss movement and ceramic bezel and so forth for that money. Now, as I say, bit of a wild card, the Dwist. The Dwist is just mad. There's no ifs or buts about it, but it's fantastic. I do like it. I think it does look good. And the way it catches the light, it is definitely, I don't know if you'd call it a dress. It's not a dress watch. It's more kind of one of those quirky kind of left field watches. But anyway, that gives you an idea. There are full reviews for all these watches on my channel. I'll leave links in the description to them all so you can see them there. But just as a bit of variation, a bit of fun really, I say, do you buy the brand new Hamilton or do you get something a little bit more, you know, quirky, or an entry level into the whole Sinn brand, which this one is, or do you go with another German watch brand, Laco, and have really what I think a stunning dive watch? Anyway, let me know in the comments below which one you guys like. Okay, all the best guys, take care, bye, stay safe.